Hey, it's been a while. So, about 9 months ago, I reacted to this trailer for a game called Black State, and since then they put out a few more videos, but I've mostly seen this game fly under the radar. IGN did a video on it, but I'm going to be reacting to some proper trailers today. So I might react to like the proper gameplay of them going, whoa, so cool, another time. So, let's get started, and this time it's a proper live reaction, so RTX on. Let's jump along.
Now you can check everywhere to find
Hey,
it.
look, it's
Use
the
Mapmaker.
Now, I've got to say, this kind of looks like the ship from Metal Gear Solid 4, just with the whole kind of oil rig thing. It's just something I noticed.
Understood.
I will say the game does look, from the last trailer, it does look a lot better from so many months. So,
Move on. The
Yeah.
Mapmaker will catch up after the scan.
it does look like a big improvement over what it previously was, but I've got to say, the movement does look a little sluggish in there, and the assets look a little generic. That is very much.
What about Cameron?
This is clearly a very pre-release
Nothing's
video.
Changed. She's still the priority. But if you can find the missing part and bring Decius back to life, it might help us uncover the truth behind everything.
It does. The style doesn't look fantastic.
What
It doesn't look super creative, but
exactly is
really just my opinion.
Decius?
It was the
And hey, if you like realism, this game looks fantastic. I'm always going to be a fan of style. I'm always going to be style over realism, but I do think this game does have quite a nice style over realism approach. Well, realism over style approach. I don't think it's perfect, but I do like it. Now, I am watching this trailer in 1080p because I only have a 1080p monitor,
first super intelligent
which, yeah.
machine. Decius warned us before everything. They said it malfunctioned, harmed human subjects, and then shut it down.
So I'm not really going to be reacting to the story here either. I'm sure it might be pretty good, but I am a gameplay first kind of person.
Enough talk. Focus on the mission.
Thanks. The weapon spray is actually quite pleasant. But yeah, the movement looks a little sluggish. I mean, it is a stealth game, so you don't always go fast. The ship does look pretty, but a bit generic. And the water looks nice, maybe a tiniest bit off
Found
though.
another portal. Going in.
Okay, so I think the way the portals work is... So that's a portal, and I'm guessing the way the portals work is kind of... Whenever you open a door, it takes you somewhere else, and it kind of takes you to a set number of locations. So I assume that's their map maker. But it could also be
Wow.
a camera.
Thought all of these were lost. Where is this place?
We don't know, but I'm glad these all survived. The Mapmaker will scan them all for recreation.
But who saved all these? Who collected them while the rest of the world faced catastrophe?
That's exact.
The voice acting's solid. I don't know if it's going to be a bit quiet in my recording, but it is very solid voice acting.
What we're trying to learn.
I've got to say the museum does look very pretty, but it does still look a bit generic. So those all do look like they could be store-bought assets.
Find a way past these bars.
You're telling me he doesn't have like a laser cutter? Well, from a gameplay perspective, it makes sense.
There's gotta be a switch to raise these bars.
The puzzle looks a bit simple, so I hope that's just like a one-off thing in sort of tutorial style. Oh, I think I've seen this in like one of the IGN trailers. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
How'd they spot me?
We don't know. You need to keep moving. Time is short.
Okay, so I'm guessing that goes. Yeah, that's bullet time. That looks really nice. That bullet time actually. I briefly commented on the bullet time in my first video, and I did a really horrible job. So it does look very manually activated. The and the effects look really nice. The destruction physics. I just hope it's not the struggles on the 40 series card. I'm not sure why. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the combat looks solid.
I guess that was the last one.
So I'm guessing the game's going for a slightly more action-oriented approach as opposed to stealth, which is nice. I feel like it's the Mona Lisa. I like it. I don't mind it when games go for more action-oriented, as long as they're kind of more upfront about it, which I thought this game wasn't. But it does look like it's going for a lot more of, hey, this game is a proper kind of shooter kind of game.
It's almost real.
Almost real. Is that a joke about something? Oh, like this meta commentary?
It must lead somewhere important.
So, is that a... what is that?
It must lead
So, a Mona card, they haven't explained anything about that, but it looks like it's some sort of chip card.
somewhere important.
It's a nice design, actually. I know I was a lot more negative about this game in my first video, just because I was... I haven't heard a ton about this game since, but those look like development's been slowly continuing on in the background. I hope it's not a kind of... I really hope they don't go for sort of real, like a super realism approach. Or no, like kind of really lean into that realistic side of Unreal Engine, which I think isn't my favourite thing, and I like the way that they've kept the sculptures a bit more family friendly. The speed is a bit slow, but... Oh, Mona card, I see.
Access granted.
There's that Mona
I
list.
think I found a new portal.
So doors lead somewhere else. That's a cool mechanic, especially if they said it was going to be seamless. You don't need to watch my first video, but it will make this one.
You're in a Gen M lab,
sense.
but there's no record in our database. Must be a secret. Search everywhere.
All right.
Auto-generated captions. Oh,
Stay alert. It's packed with hostiles.
Understood. Gotta see what this lab is for.
gotta say that stealth looks a bit generous, but hey, that's it. So, Cyberpunk Hitman style takedowns? No, I've always liked it when games do let you do a non-aggressive playthrough even when you're playing against villains. And the sound seems a bit buggy, but this is obviously not released. It looks cool. It really does. Just... I don't know how to describe it. I hope the game does let you go for a more pacifist style, like, even if it doesn't have any content.
Hold up! Enemy here! Over here!
Quite nice one. But it does look like the Hitman sort of reminds, well, not the Hitman, the combat reminds
Locate his
me
position. God damn it!
Which, hey, Hitman does over it slightly. It does look like it's slightly
Right here.
polished, and considering the combat, that's probably the best.
Move!
But yeah, the game, it just looks a little, I don't know, yeah, sort of combat oriented. And oh, I think I've seen this bit as well, so this video, if I made money off this video, if I made money on YouTube, this video probably would be monetized because of this bit, but maybe it's an overreaction. That's a really nice effect. Okay, so I... Keep it out again. And then he goes... Ooh, ooh. That's nice, actually. I kind of like that. It's definitely over the top, but it is fun. It's not really a proper health. That looks a lot better than their first trailer, I think. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the second trailer. So, I'm recording this one on the second day, and I've already reacted to the first one, so this one's a day later, so let's get started. This is the gameplay trailer from CES, which is something I should probably know what it is, but I don't. Motion blur, Black State. Gotta say, this looks very pretty. Like, looks like they did get the look down. So, oh, not sure what's going on with that. I assume, oh, that's like the cover thing. So it looks like it does have very much a focus on sort of cover.
Look out! Oh, shit!
That is a big animation, I like that.
Take cover!
I do like stealth things where you kind of pull enemy's hands. Okay, so it looks like those doors kind of change the environment around. So I just wanted to show off the door could change there. This looks very nice. That's a cool animation. Okay, so I've seen a bit of this before. So this is like one of the boss fights.
This will be the final chapter. Pathetic liar.
The story, yeah. I mean, I'm not really a story person, but the story does look fantastic. It's very generic.
Keep firing. It's only a waste of ammo. I need them for power.
Why is that seems kind of solid if it's generic? I don't love the match thing. So, come on, you can come up with a better name. I'm just gonna focuses a bit much on the kind of battle. I want to see some more gameplay, so there's this one from IGN which is a hands-on preview, so I didn't say about another thing, but might as well. So this is kind of, I've seen a bit of this one before, but when's this one from? 8 months ago. I'll just turn them.
When Black...
Oh. Boing.
When Black State was first welcomed to the world via a visually impressive Metal Gear Solid S teaser earlier this summer, some doubted its legitimacy as a game. Was it purely a tech demo injected with the purpose of showing off Nvidia's shiny RTX tech? Was it another entry in the recent trend of too good to be true game reveals, walking in the sorry footsteps of the day before? Well, I've
That's what I was a bit worried it would
played
be.
Black State, and I'm more than happy to report that not only does it appear to be a real game, but also a really promising one full of gory, explosive action and cinematic sci-fi style, powered by handsome visuals and a playful physics engine. My demo started by taking control of a
So I think, okay, so I
Stealth-
guess we've seen this one. So
suited long-haired man aboard a cargo ship. It's impossible to not be reminded of the opening moments of Metal Gear
I'm a little more reminded of Metal Gear Solid 4, as I mentioned.
Solid 2 as you skulk along its main deck, admiring its reflective metals and the choppy waters around it. Ömer Faruk Güngör, studio director at Black State's Turkish developer Motion Blur, is keen to point out the game's graphical prowess, and he's not wrong to do so. It really is a stunner, shining brightly over the course of the 20-minute demo.
It's almost real.
But what's perhaps more impressive is how well it runs. Even with ray tracing turned on, the frame rate rarely dips below 60, and the demo
I'd hope so. Like, I know that there's been a trend of poorly optimized games, but like, come on.
hits a steady 140 FPS during non-combat situations on the RTX 4080.
Yeah, no, I'd hope that the RTX card can handle a game at more than 60 FPS. I really think games optimization has fallen off recently. Like, geez, looking at pretty much anything released recently, the optimization pretty much sucks. Looking at pretty much everything that's come out this year has run pretty terribly unless you have stupid high-end hardware. I'm hoping the pendulum's going to start to swing back and we're going to see more and more actually good optimization, but we'll have to wait and see.
Based rig I played on. But as I mentioned, and as Güngör goes to lengths to insist, Black State isn't a tech demo. It's a story-driven action game of huge ambition. After making my way up the ship's deck and entering one of its many doors, that scope all starts to become
Ooh, shiny. That door just looks annoyingly shiny.
apparent. Doors in Black State aren't your traditional gateways into neighbouring rooms, but instead portals to wildly different locations. After stepping through the heavy bolted ship gateway, for instance, I find myself in a museum. It's
Okay, so how much further? I think we've seen this all before, but okay, I haven't seen this bit. So also belong here.
This gory, bordering on over-the-top violence is another of Güngör's touchstones. The often brutal spectacle of a Quentin Tarantino action scene. It's a homage best showcased when a body flies across the room after taking a shotgun shell at point-blank range, a la Django Unchained's final bloody shootout.
Bye, Miss Laura.
What? I haven't seen. As I'm very uncultured.
Motion Blur
It's not how guns work.
is aiming high with Black State then, and for what I've played, it's showing promising signs it can reach those heights, at least in the foundational gameplay department. It remains to be seen if the overall level design can continue to creatively support Black State's inventive place-hopping concept, as well as escalate with a hopefully ever-evolving toolset. I'm also largely in the dark on its narrative, and so can't yet tell if Motion Blur's writing talent matches its skill for slick firefights. But even if a full release is quite a while away yet, I've got a good feeling. The eye-catching reveal trailer certainly had my curiosity, but after playing it, its blend of intriguing
Well, I'm glad it's real. That's probably all we're going to get out of that video. I do hope that I've added something of value to the trailer, which is what friendly commentary should be. I'll link to the original videos that I've reacted to in the description, and thanks for watching. I've got some new videos planned. I know it's been a while since I've properly gotten some stuff out, but I have a few ideas planned. Whether Metal Gear themed or not remains to be seen. They're not. But I really hope that you actually want to stick around for those. And I hope you're not just here because of my Metal Gear meme compilation. So, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna sign off now. Bye.